Let us see in this video how you can use another type of prompt template called field generation. So what is a field generation template and where do I use this? So we're going to use AI, AI functionality right inside a lightning record page and right within a field. So how about turning a normal field into an AI powered field in Salesforce. So this is what field generation prompt template is going to help you with. So a field generation prompt template is nothing but a functionality in Salesforce which will help you to leverage AI functionalities, which will helps you to leverage AI power in in generating a content for a particular field on Lightning record page. So through which we can able to automatically summarize a particular record or create a content on a field for a field on a particular object. Yeah, so let's learn this by taking a use case. So as a consultant or an administrator, you have been asked to assist service team, a customer service team, to generate a concise case summary. So basically we have a lot of cases, right, that customer service representative deals with every day. So when a particular service team looks into a case record, it will have a lot of information, isn't it? So it explains what this particular case is all about, different activities in terms of reaching out to the customer and response from the customer, all details, about a case lies in this particular record. How about summarizing everything in one single go? Yeah, so that as a service team, I can quickly look into the summary of the case and then help the customer, assist the customer in a much efficient way. Yeah, that's what we're going to do it, implement using AI. Okay, yeah. So what you will learn, so you will learn how to create a prompt builder, field generation type, and also you will ground data with record data, and then we will also configure or turn a field, right, into an AI enabled field. Okay, and let's see how we can able to read the response from AI and then update the record field. Okay, so there are few steps involved. Yeah, the first one is I'm going to create a prompt template of type field generation. Let's get into the action. So I'll go right here to the setup, and I'm going to look for prompt builder. So I'll click on new prompt template. Yeah, so I'll enter the name for the prompt template, which is case summary. That's the name of my prompt template. Yeah, so assist service team to generate a summary for a case. Okay, and the second step is, so you will map object and field. Okay, so I'm going to choose case as an object because I'm going to use this AA function, AA feature right inside the case object. So I'll choose case, and because I've just chosen field generation, I have to select the field which I wanted to convert into an AA enabled field. Okay, so I already have a case summary field, a custom field that I created. So let's click on case summary. Okay, so it's a custom field that I created. If I go back here to the object, as you can just see, it's a custom field of type rich text area. So this is what I'm going to use. This is the field that I'm going to convert into an AA enabled field. So I'll map this particular object field. Let's get in. And yes, like we discussed in the previous videos, this is the place where you will configure the prompt, right? Reusable prompt, correct? Yeah, that could work for any case records, isn't it? Yeah. So let's have a prompt, and just remember the ground rules. When you create a prompt, just try to be as detailed as possible, because so it's more like talking to a kid to explain something to your kid. You'll try to be as descriptive as possible, right? So that's the same thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use I have a lot of options right here. I'm gonna use OpenAI GPT-4 as a model, and I can just start creating a prompt. So this is the prompt I'm going to use to generate a case summary. As you can just see, I'm just setting the role for the AI model. I'm just saying that you are a case summarizer for the organization, and this is where we'll ground the prompt with actual data, right? Yeah, for an organization. So here I can just use the organization name, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I can use organization name, right? And I have clearly defined the specific task, just analyze the case and then provide a concise summary, isn't it? And this is where I'm gonna share information. Okay. Okay, I think I didn't add the organization name. Let me just do that. Okay, good. So I'll probably share the case details. Okay, so I need the case ID, case subject, description, priority status, and if there are any activities on the case, I'll just share everything to the AI model, and then let the AI model review, and then gives back response, keeping all these key points in the summary, like customer name and support. And this is important, the concern raised by the customer, and steps that were taken to resolve the case. These things really help when the customer, when the service representative switches. It is easy for any service rep to quickly look at the summary and then start assisting the user, correct? Yeah. So let's see how this is going to work. So first, let me just ensure that the data is grounded case ID. So what I can do is I can just use the case, and then I can just bring the ID of the case, right? Case subject, same thing, I'll just use the case object and then bring the subject. Yeah, I'll just carry on with data grounding for all the other fields. All right, I think we are done with the data grounding, correct? Yeah. So now let's see how this is going to work. So let's first save this prompt template and then just run a quick test, and if everything works fine, let's go ahead and then activate this. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this particular record. Probably let's just choose one of the case records and then just run a quick test. Yeah. So let's go back to the case, and I have a lot of open cases, isn't it? So let's try something. How do I exchange a product, right? Let's see. How do I, or rather, I'll just use the case ID to generate the summary. So this is the case ID. I'll copy that, put it right here in the related record. Yeah, it just shows up. Let's click on preview. Okay, and again I can just toggle between models, and then see and then cross check the output. Yeah, so as you can just see, the data grounding is completed. It did pick up the case ID, the subject, everything related to that particular case, and then now I'm seeing the summary of case, right? Not more than 5 sentences, correct? Yeah. Customer dissatisfaction stems from the product not meeting their needs, etc. So this is the primary concern of the product. This is going to help the reps, service reps to quickly look into the a case detail and then further help the customer, right? So it doesn't matter if the case rep changes over a time working on the case. It is possible for them to get that summary very quickly and then assist the customer, right? So this is good for me. Yeah, I'll go ahead and then activate this. Okay, so what did we do so far? So we did create a prompt template of type field generation. We did map and field. We did configure the prompt, correct, and then ground the data. We also did a simple test, correct? Yeah. And now it's time for us to do the actual thing. We are converting a normal field into an AA enabled field. How do I do that? So for us to do it, we need to convert your page layout into a dynamic form. So it is not possible for you to use an AI enabled field in a classic, or rather, in the page layout. Okay. So if you use page layout, we cannot use this functionality. So as we all know, right, Salesforce recommends us to use dynamic forms in a way to reduce the number of page layouts being created. Correct? Yeah. So that's the recommendation as well from Salesforce, and it is a good time for us to start using or converting a page layout into a dynamic form. So how do I do it? So let's go into a particular a case record. Yeah, let's go into edit page mode. Yeah, and we are going to select the details section. Let's wait for this to load. So when you place your cursor on the details, component, yeah, what happens is on the right, if you are using a page layout, you will get an option to upgrade, correct? So let's click on upgrade now and then see what happens. So this is the layout that I'm just currently, looking at. So let's click on upgrade now. And a simple wizard, you don't have to do much. You can just, all you need to do is just choose the base page layout, then just, mark it finished. So now what happens is the page gets upgraded and all the fields are going to be retained, but it's going to be categorized into different sections. That's all it is. Okay. And also on the left you will just see the the mandatory fields or the required fields that you can't miss when you upgrade a page layout to a dynamic form. So looks like case summary is not available right on this one. Okay, so let me just click on drag and then drop the case currency. Yeah, done. Okay, and now you can just see this, right? The case summary field that I just showed you. Okay, so whichever field that you wanted to upgrade or to start leveraging AA functionality, right? Yeah. So choose the field. Okay, and on the right you will just see the prompt template to be to map to. Okay, and you can just see the case summary prompt template we just created. Click here and then hit save. That's it, you're all done. So the moment you convert a normal field into an AA enabled field, you will just see this small icon just indicate that this is not a normal field. Okay, so the content for this field is going to get generated through AA. Okay, so I can just let me click on save again. Do I get a success message? Yes. Let's move back. Yeah. All right, now it's time for us to test this right from the lightning record page. So let's go right here to the details. Okay, I'm seeing all the fields and this is the case summary field. And you just look at the edit icon. So it's just shows a specific icon, right? So this indicates that this is not a normal field. So when you click here, what happens is automatically Salesforce Einstein Copilot, this actually shows up. Okay, yeah. And all I need to do is I just need to hit this button again. Okay, now it's trying to generate a content for this field based on the prompt template that we configured and then activated. So you can just see this, right? So this is the summary, yeah, for this particular case. And as a user I can just click on, I can hit use, and it just copies the content to this particular field, which I can review, and then if I want to make any changes I can very well do that. Then I can just hit save button. That's it, I'm done. Yeah, I can able to run this for any cases for that matter. Any cases, let's go and then pick another use case, another case record. Let's say so there is something adapter not charging, right? Let's go into details and let's hit this case summary. Yeah, and let's hit this again. So Copilot or the AA agent. Yeah, so now it's no longer called Copilot after Dreamforce 2024. The name, right, has been changed. So it's gonna be AA agent is the term that we are going to use, isn't it? So here is a summary that AA came up with, correct? Yeah. And if I'm okay with this, I'll just click on use and then click on save. That's it. Okay, so now anytime any rep or sales manager that comes to this particular case, right, doesn't have to go through all the details. So looking at this case summary quickly, anybody can able to understand where we are at, isn't it? So that's how cool it is to use field generation prompt templates in or on the record, lightning record page, right? So this is what we just implemented. Yeah, the last two steps, so we upgraded page layout to dynamic forms. Then you had to map that record field, yeah, and the prompt template. That's it. You're all good to go. Okay. So with this, we just implemented a very simple a field generation prompt template in our org. But but the implementation is not yet complete, isn't it? Because every time the user comes to this particular page and then hit this particular icon and then pencil icon and then generate a summary. What if the 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 content in the in the case changes? What if a new activity was added? What if the case feedback was added? Correct? Yeah. So the case summary still remains same. It's not going to, auto update, right? How do I solve that particular, problem, which we can see it in the later videos. Okay. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.